So what he said was this, that his party was not going to take part at all. So what happens, he prevented his candidates who were going to welcome to Good Morning DRC TV. Welcome to our channel where we talk about what is happening around nations in Africa. We'll love to bring you stories so you can understand, so you're up to date. Today we want to focus on the Democratic Republic of Congo. The reason why we do so is because we're running up to elections. Elections is in 2 months' time and everything is moving so fast, and we want to bring you up to date. As you may understand that the, if you like, the dynamics of the elections here in the DRC is as such. 4 months ago, we were at crossroads, if you like, with the opposition party who said they will not be going to elections unless that all the, if you like, the parameters and all the things that they wanted removed or changed within the institution itself that is organizing elections. Unless those things were actually taken care of, then they won't be party to the elections. So they were going obviously to, if you like, boycott, and they were going not to participate in the general election. Now, where we stand right now, things have changed their position. One of the key person in the opposition party is Martin Fayulu. Last week, I mentioned the fact that his presentation or his meeting that he had gave an indication of somebody who wanted to take part in the elections. But he was going to do so, unfortunately, without, if you like, the organization paying attention to the requirement or his request, which was basically to change certain things within that structure before he could ever become party or part of the election process. But now nothing has changed. Now, we need to understand that obviously the elections are going to take place at all different levels. Local authority, and we have members of parliament, and we have, if you like, the presidential candidates as well. So what he said was this, that his party was not going to take part at all. So what happens, he prevented his candidates who were going to if you like, stand for, as members of parliament who were going to stand for that position. He told them not to take part, because he was going to boycott. He was going to stand against this whole process. He was against it. So he told his people, he said, don't go, because I'm not going to go. I'm not going to be party to this unless they actually give in to my request and the requirement in order to restructure and reorganize the whole process. So they didn't go. So they had a deadline to which they didn't even submit the application. So which means that they actually missed the boat when it comes to local candidate and national candidate, as well as for members of parliament. So now everybody is kind of shocked and surprised at the same time, because Fayulu has basically changed his mind. Now, a lot of people do know him, that he's kind of versatile. It changes his mind a lot, and you can't really know what he stands for and what he's fighting for, because he will vacillate, at any time. And this is what has happened. And I tell you, the whole situation has ridiculed him and has really diminished, if you like, his credibility amongst the Congolese people. A lot of people are actually shocked the fact that he's now joining the race. But at what cost? His own people who are going to be members of parliament. If ever he wins the election, then who are the members of parliament that he's going to be working with? Because his party didn't actually rally or actually, stood for or submitted the application because they knew that he wasn't going to be party to this. He wasn't going to take part. Now he changed his mind. I think he realizes that the elections are going to take place with or without him. So the guy kind of thought about it twice and said, look, I better just join right now. And then he just basically joined the race. But it's kind of late. And as I said, this has, if you like, diminished his credibility amongst the people. And a lot of people have criticized him and said, look, come on, you got to be a man who sticks to his word. You said you ain't going to be part to this, and yet you are part to it. Last elections, the same thing happened as well. And prior to that, it's the same thing. Now, I mean, it's really... it's not a good position to be in as a leader of political party. Now, the way I see it, moving forward, it is very difficult for him to run this race and succeed. And I think he's probably thinking this, if you like, is his last opportunity to be able to hang on to any hope of him ever becoming somebody significant within the political arena. And he has assessed a lot of things, and he has listened to, I don't know who, but he said, look, he's just going to have to do it. But I think if I was in his position, I wouldn't do it right now, because all that it has done, it has, if you like, brought his credibility to the lowest, since he started his political career. Because who will trust him? Who will believe in what he says? And then he makes those kind of comments and he says those kind of things that people are thinking, does this guy really think right? And it's not a good position to be in. But then I'm not in his shoes. He only understands, what are the strategies he has in place and how he's going to mount that campaign that will bring him the electoral vote that he's looking for. But all I know, it is a tough situation. It is a mountain that he's going to have to climb if ever he's going to make it to a satisfactory, level. But I can say it is very difficult. It's something that, I wouldn't want to do. But it is politics, anything is possible. But right now where we stand, just to bring it to your attention that Fayulu has decided to put his candidacy for presidency for 2023, and it's going to happen on Tuesday, as we understand. And we will see, obviously, when he goes to put down his name. But it is what it is now. We have at least 9 people who have, if you like, put their name, who have put their name down for candidacy for presidency. We'll have to see how things unfold. But yeah, just so that you know that that's what the situation is right now. But yesterday, which was Sunday the 1st of October, is when the Union Sacrée actually came up with their candidate for about a group or a platform that brings together about 700 political parties. They're all united, putting one front, and then they put Felix Tshisekedi to be their man. So, if you like, Fachi Beton is their guy. He is their man that they have chosen to represent that group again. And with that, it is actually difficult to beat the man, because he is just what his name says. He's a man of steel, and he's doing things that none of his predecessors did in the past. And there's a likelihood, very, the likelihood of him actually becoming the president for a second time is overwhelmingly now possible. That's what I want to say. So the people like him, and he's doing good things for the DRC. He's standing against the enemies of Congo. He's actually putting his foot down in what is happening in the mining section in the eastern part of the Congo. And he has recruited a lot of soldiers, and they are being trained, and the economy is healthy, and things are moving in the right direction. Education is also moving forward. Now you can see all the signs are there, and the population is there behind him. And like I said, it's not a perfect situation, and he understands and also admits the fact that he hasn't done what he set out to do initially, but he has achieved a lot from where he was. In comparison to his predecessors, he has done a lot, and a lot of people can actually see it, and they can actually give him, if you like, that's the next 5 years, so he can actually do a lot more than what he has done. Look, where the country was to where it is at the moment, you cannot expect things to change in a 5-year term, even 10 or 15. It will take years look, it's taken us 60 years to be where we are, so you can't really pull out the country where it is in a space of 10 years. I think he's laying the foundation. Whoever comes behind him will actually be able to, will sit on the seat of somebody who's place the foundation and be able to take it forward. So this is what you need to be aware of, that Martin Fayulu is now a candidate for the December 2023 elections. Much to his demise, as I said, that I don't think it's going to be an easy task for him. He has made things a lot difficult for himself based on his decisions. But he's a politician. He has to calculate and work things out and work out what will work and what will not work. But he's only just, pulling his, he's pulling out, his, if you like, weapons, and he knows, what he's getting himself involved to. But we shall see how things unfold. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to our channel, send the links to other people, give us thumbs up so we can bring you good content in days to come. Please, like I said, subscribe again. Thank you. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye now.